I grew up in Hancock, Michigan. Right outside my back door was a 40 acres woods that all the kids in the neighborhood played in. The world is a beautiful place when there's nature. That's the kind of impression I grew up with. I know more about rocks now than I did then. You had to be quite astute and have a good eye to be able to find them right at the edge of the water. And when we went to state parks, a lot of the state parks are located along Lake Superior. So every time we went to a park, we would go and walk the water. So the origin of the rocks is what I'm always thinking about. And you know, this is where the copper was so fascinating, because the copper typically would penetrate into a crack in a rock. It all depended on how that copper came out of the Earth's crust. My father was observant and very particular about, for instance, furniture. My dad taught me how to look for the mark of a craftsman in the construction of these wooden cabinets and things like that. Basically how to sense a thousandth of an inch. So I carry that with me, you know, today. My thesis advisor told me that it was impossible to develop a lead-free solder alloy in the system that I was talking to him about using. I said, you know, I think it's well worth looking at. Just thinking about the problem and knowing what binary alloys do, it really gives you insight about what a complex, more complex alloy would do. And yes, we found a low melting alloy right there. All the solder joints in a phone, for instance, were made out of a tin lead solder. And the leaching of that solder into the groundwater and the possibility of picking it up into drinking water is really a strong motivation to eliminate lead. There is no safe lead level. Science exists to solve problems, but the questions have to be relevant. And I think that's what I feel most strongly, is that the scientific questions that are asked for my research have to be relevant to solving a problem. The motivation is especially strong to solve a problem if somebody says it's not possible to solve it. It makes me feel warm inside to have solved one issue that will help us going on into the future.